Hey guys, welcome back. So this year I wanted to do something a little bit different in terms of giving you some ideas of how to be more successful on your own weight loss journey. And one of those things is something that I learned when I was doing Simply Filling the first time. And it's definitely something that I am refocusing on this year as part of Team Purple. One of the biggest things that can impact our weight loss in terms of long-term success is whether we can change our relationship with food and whether we can learn to eat more mindfully. And by that, I mean being really conscious of when you're full, what your hunger signals are, and how to really break out of this cycle of just mindless eating without really thinking about what you're doing. So if you want to jumpstart your weight loss this year and you want to learn some new skills that will greatly improve your chances of success, stay tuned. Okay, so don't be put off by the term mindful eating. I know that there are a lot of you that have expressed that it is a bunch of hippie hooey in terms of what you're finding on the internet and mindful eating and intuitive eating, and it's kind of overwhelming. So what I want to do is I want to break down mindful eating into 6 weeks of new habits that you can develop, one a week, that will really give you a chance to learn how to change your relationship with food instead of just kind of repeating what you've been doing, and will teach you a whole new set of skills. That means that when you're ready to stop tracking as much, whether you're doing Simply Filling through one of the workarounds, or if you're doing WW Purple, or if it's just something where eventually you don't want to have to be worried about counting calories and weighing and measuring everything. You want to be able to more intuitively know when to stop and how to stop the cravings and the snacking and the suddenly reaching the bottom of the bag and you don't know where everything went. That's the essence of mindless eating. When we're not aware, when our conscious thought about what we're doing isn't there. So this is going to be a series of 6 tips, one a week, to give you an exercise to practice that will build skills to do all of those things. To change how you see food, to change how that food affects your life, to change how you have this relationship of using food as a coping skill or an emotional eating crutch, or however it is that your problem with food manifests itself. Okay, so we're going to start really easily, and then things will get a little bit trickier as we go along. So for week 1, step 1, this is the exercise I challenge you to do this week. For the week and moving forward, step 1, no more eating standing up, over the sink, by the fridge. No more eating in front of the TV. No more eating in the car. Why? Because when we do those things, if you're watching TV and you're mindlessly putting your hand into that bag of popcorn, or you are, even if you're sitting eating a healthy dinner in front of the TV, your focus is not on how your body is relating to that food at all. So it has nothing to do with paying attention to, am I getting full? And a lot of times we just eat what's on our plate because it's there, and we eat either too quickly or we're not even aware of the fact that really we could have been done like half a plate ago. Same thing when you're eating and driving. And I realize that a lot of you have time crunches and work commitments, and it makes it extremely difficult to not eat on the go. And to a degree, there's not a whole lot necessarily that you can do about that. But if you make a conscious effort to, again, not eat and drive and just not be aware, at least if you have to eat in the car, stop and take a minute to actually sit and eat. Same thing with standing up or eating in front of the fridge or eating over the sink or grabbing, bits off your kids' plates that they haven't finished. All of these things are mindless eating skills that we've developed, and one of the best ways to be more aware of what you're doing, which I guarantee you will mean that you're eating less calories, and that of course will turn into a calorie deficit, and that will lead to greater weight loss. So, challenge for this week, just change where you're eating. If you say, I am only going to eat at the table, it will not only change things for you from a snacking perspective, because if you have to sit at the table to eat something as opposed to eating in front of the television or eating in the car or drive-by snacking off of the counter, that focus will let you decide, do I really want to go sit in here and eat? Do I really want something because I'm hungry? Or is it just a pattern that I've established? Is it just a habit that I have that when I watch TV or at the end of the day, I'm going to have this, this, or this, just because it's habit? If it's habit and you're not hungry, this is the time to start changing that relationship with the food and breaking habits that are not benefiting you this year. So that's my challenge for you this week. Week 1, skill 1, being aware of when and where you're eating and changing that to only eating at the table, not watching television, not reading a book, not drive-by counter eating or eating in the car as you're driving. Let me know how you go. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something that you struggle with or if this is something you've already got under control. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if you want to follow up with the next 5 weeks so that you can see what the next 5 tips are, be sure and subscribe and tap the notification bell so that you'll know when I have new videos out. It will be every week, one for the next 5 weeks after this one. I look forward to hearing from you.